He collapsed. I can hear the sounds of battle, and though I've been defeated many times, it's still painful all the same. But I have no regrets. Just as life is an endless cycle, war too will endure. You are proof of that. Twice, who even now still holds tightly to his beliefs, slowly begins to fade away like all of the others. But whether he's following his own rules or those of the moon cell, I cannot say for sure. Now, go and touch the Holy Grail. You'll come to understand many things once you do. Wantonly consuming lives, thriving without a purpose, our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be right or wrong, I would like for you to see and judge with your own eyes, if we were both truly righteous or not. And in an instant, I thought I saw something that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. Without any time to contemplate what was happening, Twice Peaceman passes into oblivion. Their servant, too, will soon join him in the void. Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in a cycle of suffering and death. The one who sought enlightenment through strength and perseverance still has an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-drenched battle. In Nirvana, let us witness the end of the world, for there lies your salvation. He didn't get deleted, he left of his own accord. With an expression much like his master's, the servant fades away like a flower losing its petals. The only person to have escaped the cycle of suffering, seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now, he did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human known as Twice Peaceman.
Okay.
Alright then, what should we do now? Rin asks her question in a brittle yet cheerful tone, trying to maintain her aloof attitude. And before you say anything, don't waste your time worrying about me. The moment I lost Lancer, no, the second I answered the Holy Grail War, I was prepared to... I tried to express my concern, but she only silently points to the gate in the middle of the room. Silence speaks volumes. As Twice said earlier, the moment that any anomalous data is detected in that dimension, it will be deleted. She refrains from speaking as she is all too aware of the consequences to come. However, even if I am to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity. Time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining fires of war that Twice has set ablaze. To put an end to the senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War once and for all. The Mooncell Automaton, the very mind of God. I will seal it away so that no one will ever be able to access it again. And also to return her, the last true survivor, safely to her mortal existence. A number of wishes race through my mind, but I won't have the time to ask for them all. I can only ask for the most important of my desires. But any wish I make will be influenced by the experience I gained fighting in this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, the object that is both bane and boon to the one fortunate enough to survive. My regret of not being the winning master has never been stronger than it is now. No matter how much I want to force the issue, since I am not the victor, I cannot go near the Holy Grail. With one last sigh, she retreats into silence. I silently thank you for not making an already painful parting worse than it already is, and continue making my way to the gate. And then I reach out to touch the Holy Grail at the very core of the Mooncell. Well, I mean, I really hate what I'm about to say. It sounds like I'm making excuses for myself, but things could have ended worse. I probably would have lost it twice. Not due to lack of skill, but of heart. That's why I'm glad you're the one who made it to the end. I want you to know that I truly meant that. Goodbye, Rin. Now go find your life, Rin. You can do that. Before me stands the Holy Grail. I slowly extend my hand and place it on the core of the moon cell. Actually crying again. The instant I make contact, I am drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I am absorbed into it like water being absorbed by a sponge. In this short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed into the moon cell. I can see everything that exists within it. Every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information and ideas stored in the moon cell forms an intricate collage that no human could decipher with the essence of pattern. In fact, I cannot say that Toys' interpretation of human history as recorded by the moon cell was wrong. For war has always brought change, but in this day and age, humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout it all, the moon cell continues to silently record what it sees without ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data, it records and files away its conclusions and resumes its role of voyeur. It is there on Earth that the whole of human existence is contained. Whatever triumphs and tragedies befall mankind in their world, the moon cell continues to silently observe and record. It is that strength, that force of existence, that Twice failed to see and understand. For now is not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is. Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without making a single mistake, I think. Now all there is for me to do is wait for the end of my tenuous existence to come. However, oddly, the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one with the moon cell, I share its unique view of time where infinity can be contained within a single second. So even the briefest moment seems somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even with that, it... Tamamo? Huh, you're not being ripped into virtual shreds yet. Could that guy have been wrong? I can hear my servant mutter into my ear. They aren't there in person, but as a part of the Holy Grail. My guess is that my servant had somehow slipped unseen into the Holy Grail the same time I entered. But of course, I will stay by my master's side right up to and including the very end. I mean, what kind of horrible wife would I be if I didn't help my dear master perform their final duty? No matter how weak I may be, I will continue to fight on until my body is turned to dust. So that's what she's doing. With the additional presence, the time the moon cell needs to finish the elimination process is increased. She came here to help me one last time, no matter the cost to herself. Some things will never change. However, a delay this long can't be the result of my servant's presence. Something else must be going on. Since I'm connected to the moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to find out what's going on. In what seems to be only a heartbeat, the whole of my consciousness arrives at one long data file. Ah, this data is all about you, right? What does this term mean? Cryogenic storage? Wait, there's still a me that exists. The info in this file concerns a patient with a fatal brain disease that affects memory retention, and the only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat the disease died in a terrorist attack. No way. But that means I'm still alive out there. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put into cryogenic storage. If there is a living human that shares my exact identity, then I may be more than random bits of data. That must be the reason why I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. But I'm sure that guy didn't come here as a wizard. I'm just a copy of a person trapped in an endless dream. Whatever the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure that my time here is fast coming to an end. However, there remains enough time to send out one final message. Rin, please find my body. If anybody can do it, it's you. Huh, Rin actually has blonde hair. Who'da thunk?
何このデータ。あんた本当は生きて。あ、いや違うわね。これはあなたのモデルになったデータに過ぎない。今そこにいるあなたとイコールじゃない。でもこれもあなたなのよね。同じ心を、魂の形を持った。そっか、同じ今を一緒に生きているんだ。いいわ、負けっぱなしは性に合わないし、こうなったら何としても探し出してあげようじゃない。それでまだ眠ってたら叩き起こしてあげる。一発きっついのお見舞いすれば目も覚めるだろうし。まあできれば再会の場所はどこかの学校の景色が綺麗な夕暮れの屋上でとかが望ましいけど、それまでずっと待っていてね。約束するわ。きっとまたあなたに会いに行く。
That promise was both to the boy who sleeps and the boy who begins to fade. That once she leaves this place, we will meet again. And it is because of that promise that I can finally allow myself to be at peace. I hope you have fun with it, Marin. And that is Fate Extra. I'm gonna be honest, the gameplay here isn't exactly the best. Yeah, this gameplay isn't the best, and there is, I mean, except for the extreme rock, paper, scissors, and the grinding, it's not exactly all that, it's not the best game to play, but it does hold a special place in my heart. So I figured, let's go for it. That being said, this game does have a midquel of sorts. It's called Fate Extra CCC. I'm not playing that next for two reasons. The first reason is that the game is Japanese only. It is in the middle of being translated, but they're not done yet. I'd love to actually try that. The second reason is actually in regards to the game's content. See, Fate Extra is rated T, and Tamamo wasn't too happy about that, but if she wanted it to be a lot more rated, if she wanted it more, but let's just say Fate Extra CCC does not have that. The game is risque, and it's probably the most risque game I have ever played. I mean, CCC is considered a massive improvement over the original Extra, but the issue is that I need to figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. I'm not sure I'm not sure how much, if I should censor it, and how much I should. And even then, I'm aware that people aren't exactly going to be happy about the fact that I am thinking of censoring it, but again, I don't think I can post everything in CCC. Like, it really toes the line, and I don't feel comfortable. And I don't exactly want to get destroyed by YouTube for posting uncensored CCC. I am aware of this. But that's when it gets released. What I'm also going to be waiting for on is actually this game's having a remake in the works called Fate Extra Record. I'm definitely playing that when it comes out. But that's not quite for some time now. I can wait. I can wait. So, what I'm going to be playing next is Final Doom for PS1. I actually always had a thing for the console ports of Doom. It's kind of a fascination, and I'm very certain the PS1 port of Final Doom is, excuse me, not exactly a common thing. So I want to try it out. And yes, I will be playing it on real hardware. So... and all Fate fans who support us with enthusiasm. Yeah, I mean, again, no, looks like we're near the end of the credits. Hide. Production. All those swords. The field of blades, and among it is a mirror belonging to a sun goddess. An extra seat? I'm not follow you. You're saying there's another you? I'm assuming that's a good thing. But to me, you're the only master that matters. So another you wouldn't affect me one bit. If it'll make you feel better, I wouldn't mind serving that other master, but for now, I'll just concentrate on being with you until the end, master. My servant's faith in me has been unshakable all this time. Their devotion has been overwhelming at times, but right now I'm truly grateful for it. Although I'm relieved to know that there's another me out there, I'm sad that this me has to disappear. The dissolution of my current self has begun. Outside of the Holy Grail, Rin's voice begins to fade away. As what makes me is compressed into the smallest unit of illicit data, I think on my slumbering self. When he wakes up, his memory will be a blank page, with no friends or family to help or guide him. I wonder how that strange new world will appear to him. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What am I saying? If that's the only thing to be lost, then I'd be okay. Although I'll miss those I've met along the way, the world will still be here, and as long as the path before me remains, I will continue to walk on it. There are no grades given for goals and wishes. No matter how small they may seem to others, as long as I keep moving forward, they will eventually come to fruition. As it is for the desire of that wish to become reality, that will keep you going until the end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. I will be able to live with them and eventually move forward into the future with them. I can't believe how promising and hopeful the future sounds. I can't wait for it to arrive. Finn. Thank you. Tamamo no mai bunrei of Amaterasu. Thank you. I might as well do this at least. But I'm not doing a New Game Plus. Supper's ready? Alright, 1 second. This has been Acquisition. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Goodbye. Until we play some Final Doom.